Okay, we started staining the base drum. We've finally selected our color, and here you go, man. This is when the magic happens. Spend a lot of time just getting to this point where we can put this on. This is a really, ouch, beautiful stain by a company called General Finishes. Yeah, no, I'm coming back that way. And it's a semi-gel stain. Beautiful pigments called Georgian Cherry. And I really, looks good on any species of wood, but especially woods that are already kind of red in color, like a cherry or mahogany. And what I'm doing now is I got all the color on, and I'm looking to just kind of smooth it out here, looking for lac marks. This won't run, but you can get some weird buildup if you're not careful. And what I like about this heavily pigmented stain is that it really gets in the wood and gets in the grain and the dark parts here like we want it to. And yeah, I'm getting there. I'm coming around this way. It's easier if I go this way. Trying to keep this shit off the inside the shell, but I can't turn it without touching it. And it dries moderately fast. I'll tell you one thing, it smells real good. I like the smell of it. Got a nice pleasant odor. Some stains, not so much. It's actually soaking in pretty good. We might do another coat if I have enough. Spot here. I'm going to reapply. So another thing about this is you can kind of really mess with it while it's still wet. Some stains you can't do that with, especially water-based stains. You go back over it and it pulls the finish off, just what you just put on, down to the bare wood, and it gets to be. I'll go over this a few times to even it out, and try not to trick. It's a touch, a little bit of a touch, trying to get it on without. Try to put a little more on down here. It's a little light in here. It does blend in quick, soak in quick, which is, I think, but not too fast. Water-based finishes are too fast. Up too fast. We don't generally use oil-based finishes and or stains much, but when we do, this is one of our go-to. And I could feel it drying because what happens when I pull it over it, it goes real smooth and it doesn't drag. It doesn't feel wet anymore. Pad gets full of finish here, it gets a little more difficult. I do have a dry cloth I can use. And there's no rush. It's just a matter of trying to get a little goofiness here, but I kind of like it when it's a little bit lighter in spots and then darker, because I'm going to, show some texture. don't want everything to be too easy all the time.
Okay.
We're getting in a groove here down to the 16-inch floor tom, and added from my big mouth about this being nice to work with, but it's drying real fast. The humidity in this place is way down right now because we got good heat in here, so it is drying pretty quick, and I'm just working it in here. This is our third drum now, and just gonna get it on. We get it on and then we just smooth it out. And it does get easier when you get to the smaller drums because it doesn't dry so fast by the time you get around to where you just were. What you want to do is drag it, and it's really important to just try to eliminate the lap marks and just even out the color and the texture of it as much as possible. And because when you put the finish on, which we will start doing Monday, anything that is a blemish or whatnot will be highlighted in that finish. So it's very critical. It's as smooth as possible. But one of the reasons I like this color, and not only is it really pretty and rich, but all the grain, I said it before, but I'll say it again, the grain is just so dark and beautiful. It's just really, really colorful. That's what they say. As they say in the 40-year-old version. One of my favorite silly movies. Just a weird spot here. Sometimes take off more than you want to. Just try to blend it in. It's important to keep it consistent in each drum. I was saying to Steve a moment ago, and then from drum to drum, so that they all look the same, as close as possible. And that's the beauty about handmade kit, is that you're gonna have variations. Pretty good, but I'm not a machine. That's the grain right there. So it's drying fast. I can feel it getting smooth under the stain pad here. I'll come the other way with this now. Cover that up. Right out. Better this way. It's pretty good. And like I said, this will continue to soak in, so a lot of these lap marks will go away, and that's good. And onto the smaller ones, you should have just enough stain. Oh, so much better on the smaller ones. You can really go to town. Except they like to move around a lot here. And no way grain in this, the stain just sticks. You got to really rub it in, and if it gets caught on the fibers of the grain of the veneer as well. So I got to put a little pressure down. And when we get ourselves an actual finishing room, we're going to build a jig for all the different diameters so we can mount these on. And I'm just going to hold this up here like this. And now I can do this and drag these out a lot smoother because I can kind of get a better angle when I'm looking at it. Being that this is the main rock tom right up front, I want this to be perfect. It's going to be under the lights. Fix that tape. Okay. That's fine. Just we'll fix it later. These are small enough, they stay wet long enough that once I get it all on, I can smooth it out before it starts to pull. These gel stains and the water-based stains do have a little bit of tendency to do that. It's not nearly as bad as a water-based stain though. Regular old Minwax and whatnot, they're very user-friendly. Have to worry about too much happening with those. You still have to be smart about your application, but they're a lot thinner. And you just kind of wipe them on, let them sit, wipe them off, and you're pretty much good to go. And you can see how far a pad full stain goes. When you get to this point, you know, blend it in. This is really pretty. And can you get that string off there, please? Thank you. Grab it myself, but I'll wind up boogering something out. All right, that's good. That's real good. Sorry. Trickiest ones to do going to be the hoops, bass drum hoops. This doesn't have any re-rings, which makes it a little easier to get. Give this a stir, keep this stirred up. When we're done with this pad will get soaked in water in that container and go right in the garbage. If I get some on the inside, these are finished, so a little bit of thinner take the stain off without hurting the finish. Finish is nice and cured. Darken that up a tad. You can see I'm not putting a lot on the pad, it goes a long way. Staining pads are nicer to work with. They they kind of stay put as you're working with them, as opposed to like a rag that flaps around. And they seem to hold just the right amount of stain too. Nice and wet. That's great. It makes it a lot easier to even out. Very slippery in my fingers, the inside of these shells with these rubber gloves on. I almost lose it. Looks pretty good. Alright, there you go. We will get a nice picture of these today when we're done and cleaned up, and then we can share them with the whole world until we get to finish on the next step. People seem to really like to be informed as to what's going on with the Bucks County Drum Company and on social media. You know, we like to keep people up on all the cool things that we're doing, and social media is a wonderful thing. We're doing that. It's free. Once in a while we do some social media marketing. I'm trying to wipe some of this off because it's a little darker. But it's pretty